Hello everybody, here is Wednesday's literacy lesson. So you should know this top sheet really well by now. So we're writing a story to appreciate all that we've got in our lives. We're doing that for all of the children in Key Stage 1 and it's about going on a journey. We're going to make sure that we include capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, exclamation marks. We've got a couple of conjunctions, but and so. We're also going to be finding apostrophes for possession and apostrophes for omission. Let's move on. Okay, so here's our spelling page, and I've chosen a few more words from the book for you to practice. So I've got favourite, scorpion, burrow, and desert. You can practice them with your pyramid writing, your ABC, putting them into alphabetical order, or you can do rainbow writing. I don't mind, or you can even write a silly sentence. So pause here and have a go at practicing your spellings. How did you get on? Right, so now we've got our grammar page, and today we're going to be looking at apostrophes. So apostrophes can be used to show when a letter is missing. So for example, can't is can and not. So that is an apostrophe for omission because you have omitted a word. Omit means take a word, take a letter out. So now we're going to have a go at writing these sentences out in full. So let me read you the sentences, then you're going to pause and have a go at writing them in full and I'll show you how to do it. So I'm staying on a farm. I haven't tried it yet. I've had plenty of eggs, but they're not as good as scorpions. So pause now, and where you see the apostrophe, which I will highlight for you, have a go at writing those words out in full. Okay, how did you get on with that? I'm going to show you how they should look. So I'm is short for I am staying on a farm. Oh, I can't spell farm, sorry. Okay, I haven't tried it yet. The haven't is short for have not. So I have not tried it yet. There we go. I've had plenty of eggs, but they're not as good as scorpions. I've is I have had plenty of eggs, but there stands for they are not as good. Oh, I need to move myself. Sorry, I'm in the way. As scorpions. There we go. Right, let's move that so you can see it. If I sit it down there, you've got the whole thing. Brilliant. So have a go now at checking how you got on with your writing and make any corrections. If you had anything wrong, don't worry about it, but just have a go at writing it out in full now. Okay, so now we're going to think about another setting in our story. So yesterday we did the Kalahari Desert, which was so hot and dry. Now we're going to think about the marsh. And actually, I found this map which shows that we've got marshes all around the coastline at the very tip, the very southern point of Africa. Sunny wasn't very happy when he ended up in the marsh, was he? Can you remember? Let me just go back to my book. I've got it here on the desk next to me. I mean, he was afraid of the dark in Madagascar. And then he says, oh dear, Aunt Flo, she lives on her own in a marsh. It's dark and it's wet. The food is disgusting. He felt really, really lonely. And he wore his armbands. So I worry if that Sunny can't really swim. And that's why he was so afraid of all that water. Okay. Let's move on. So what is it like in these marshes? It was quite tricky for me to find a picture of marshes at night time. I did a lot of Googling to try and find these images for you. These were some of them that I could come up with. So we have got this one here. So we've got boggy, wet marshes, long, dark shadows. That's probably what frightened Sunny because he couldn't see because it was so dark. Healthy green grass, back here again when you can see it, it's healthy because it's had plenty of water. And here we go, bright stars as well for this picture. Okay, I couldn't really find any images, any videos to take you through, but I've got a little bit of a sound clip. So imagine now we're going to stop and think about what we could feel, what we could hear, and what we would see if we were in the marsh. So if I play the video for you, then you should be able to just hear what it sounds like. So just bear with me whilst I start the video playing. What can you hear? Okay, what could you hear then? So I've got baboons screeching, and you could also hear some insects chirping, couldn't you, as well? Sound like there was a very that the animals were very busy in the marsh at night time. What can you see? I've put frightening dark shadows. What would you feel if you were there? Tall damp grass, wet squelchy mud. Ooh. Right, let's leave those uncovered for you. Okay, let's move on. So here is your task for today. So for silver, I would like you to write 2 ENPs to describe what you can see, 2 for what you can hear, and 2 for what you can feel in the marsh. So I've put scary long shadows, screeching baboons, and squelchy mud. Okay. Then your gold task is to put those ENPs into sentences. So you're going to be writing 6 sentences in total, 2 about what you can see, 2 about what you can feel, and 2 about what you can hear. So I felt squelchy, soft mud beneath my feet. Dark, menacing shadows surrounded me, and I could hear, and you can carry on, that's just a little bit for you. And your platinum is to underline the expanded noun phrases in your sentences. Check your sentences make sense and that you've used capital letters and full stops. So let me just show you going back here. I've got my highlighter, so we've got squelchy soft mud is our ENP, and dark menacing shadows there. I'll go back to platinum so that you can pause it here to know what you need to do. Okay, as always, we are very much looking forward to seeing your videos, seeing your work posted on Dojo. Do take care, bye.